I'm Suzanne Robinson. I live in Belfast. I'm originally from Donegal, and I've had a long corporate career in pharmaceutical sales, and recently I have gone out on my own and I'm a personal stylist. Freelance, I've set up my own business. Unfortunately for me, I have experienced breast cancer at a very young age. So when I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 34, I was catapulted into the healthcare system much younger than I would have anticipated. So I have lots of views on the management of breast cancer. I have also experienced infertility, which has been through my entire adult life, and because of all of that and the age that I'm at, I am menopausal, and I have developed lots of views about my menopause and how that's managed. So whenever I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I was directed straight into the private sector, and it was fantastic. You know, my treatment happened so quickly, it was seamless. I had one-to-one care through my chemo, for example, and I know that now not everyone is lucky enough to be able to afford private healthcare, and the breast care services in Northern Ireland are really struggling. So from an NHS perspective, I have absolutely experienced treatment through the years. I've needed to go back into the NHS system for management with my follow-ups to breast cancer, initial referrals for fertility treatment, and then in more recent years I've had to try to access care for my menopause symptoms. So the liaison between private and public health care, in my experience, is non-existent. I've had various experiences where information was required in terms of previous scans, x-rays, blood tests, even just basic notes, because particularly with quite an extensive history, there's a lot of notes, and I've also moved quite a few times geographically, so it really upsets the apple cart whenever you have to start from scratch, and it really is starting from scratch with a new physician that doesn't know anything about you, and you know, that can be really time consuming, really frustrating, and you know, can really hold back your treatment. In terms of public awareness campaigns around women's health and women's, you know, disease within the female population, I personally think there is a great awareness of breast cancer, for example. I myself am involved with some of the charities in Northern Ireland, particularly Cancer Focus, and maybe it's because I've been affected that my awareness is already high, but I believe that the awareness of checking your breasts and the symptoms is quite good. In terms of menopause, I think it's a very different topic. We are currently swimming in information about menopause, but it almost comes too little too late, because now at my age, when I'm in the middle of my menopause, I'm trying to make sense of all the information that is available to me, but it still doesn't make sense, and it still doesn't allow me all the choices that I would like to have in terms of my medical care for my menopause. We're talking about 50% of our population being women. All of us become menopausal. It is a natural progression of our life. It's something that we should enjoy and celebrate. It's not something that we should be kind of feeling ashamed of, or thinking, oh, I'm going to have to give in to this now by having to see a doctor by having to give in to having HRT. This is something that our government needs to proactively prepare the population for, so that we can enter into this phase of life feeling healthy, feeling ready for it, and also all the benefits of correct management of menopause will really impact on the wider issues of osteoporosis, cardiac health, dementia care. You know, the immediate costs of menopause and the treatment within will have a much wider impact on the cost of just women turning up at hospital, turning up at their GPs with all of the wider issues. You know, I'm much more likely to die from a heart attack than I am from breast cancer, even though I've had breast cancer. You know, HRT, for example, has been shown to have a really positive impact on the chances, on reducing the chances of me having a heart attack. It has been shown to have a really beneficial and protective effect on me having dementia. My father's just passed away from dementia. It's something that I really worry about. So there's a much wider picture than just breast cancer or just menopause. This is about women's health generally as they grow older.